Welcome back to it. It's Maths Masterclass with Leo. Today we are doing complex numbers and we're doing division of complex numbers. We're doing division of complex numbers. On previous videos we did multiplication, subtraction and addition of complex numbers. So now we're doing division of complex numbers, right? So if you want to divide a complex number, let me say you're given a plus bi over what? Over c plus d plus what? Di. So when you divide a complex number, what you do when you divide by a complex number, if you need to simplify this, you cross multiply by the conjugate of the denominator. You multiply the numerator and the denominator by the conjugate of the denominator. What is the conjugate? The opposite of this. Okay, so if I want the conjugate of c plus di, that conjugate will be c minus di. That is my conjugate, right? That is the conjugate of the denominator. So I'm going to cross multiply by the conjugate of the denominator. The numerator multiplied by the conjugate ci, and then the denominator multiplied by the conjugate di. Right? So when I multiply this thing like that, what will I have? So in this case, I'll just say this is going to be a plus bi over what? C plus di. What do I want to do? I want to use the FOIL method. Then c what? Minus di. Right? So now, when I multiply these things, I'm going to say this and that, it will give me a what? A c, right? This and that will give me minus a di. This and that will give me plus c b I. This and that plus or minus b d I squared. Right? Over this and that c squared. Then this and that. So what will I have? Is plus. Is it plus? No. Minus c di plus c di minus di squared. Right? So now, this will give me what? This will give me ac minus this one and this one. You can just say plus into what? C b minus a d I minus b d I squared all over this and this will cancel. I'll have c squared minus di squared, right? And then this will give me, this will be what? A c minus or plus into what? cb minus ad I minus bd into minus 1. Remember, I is equals to what? Square root of minus 1. Right? Which I squared will give us square root of minus 1 squared. Right? And this will give us I squared is equals to negative 1. That is why I'm putting negative 1 there, making things simple for us. So this will give us what? Into what? AC plus BD plus into CB minus ADI over, okay, this is supposed to be C squared minus DI squared. But C squared over minus DI squared. That is our solution. That is our solution. So now, let's take a simple question and then try to solve it. Or we take the simple question on our next video. This is how we're going to follow the procedure, try to solve the question. Or you can just take one now. Let me just take one now. I have 3 plus 5i over what? 1 minus 2i. And they say, what do I need to do? I need to simplify this. Right? I need to simplify this. For me to simplify this, I can just say cross multiply by the conjugate. This will be 1 plus 2i. 1 plus 2i. This will give me what? This will give me 3 plus 5i over 1 minus 2i 1 plus 2i 1 plus 2i. Then this will give you what? 3. This and this is 3. This and that is what? Plus 6i plus 5i plus 10i squared over what? This and that is 1 minus 2 plus 2i minus 2i plus 4i squared. This will give me 3 plus, okay, this is supposed to be minus. I have my learners here with me. Thank you very much. Okay, now this is supposed to be minus. I made a mistake. This is supposed to be negative. Okay, yeah. Positive and negative. It's negative. This is supposed to be what? 11i. This is supposed to be plus. This is going to be into minus 10. Minus 10. Actually, minus 10i. Minus 10. Because this comes from this point. Right? Over what? 1 minus 4i squared. Over 1 minus 4i squared. So now let's get space here. Now, that will give me 7, which is negative 7, plus 11pi over my 1 minus 4 into negative 1. Right? And this will give me what? This will give me negative 7 plus 11i over, this will give me 1 plus 4 plus 4, which will give me minus 7 plus 11i over 5. And what I can do, I can just say this is minus 7 over 5 plus 11 over 5i. That is my solution. Right? That is my solution. I hope you enjoyed our lesson. I hope you can like, subscribe, and share the content with your friends. The next video will do a bit of more examples on division so that we can accommodate everyone who is still having problems with complex numbers. Thank you very much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Tango.